A lot of different camera drones out there. This one is by Holy Stone, the Saturn T60A. It is significantly larger than a lot of the drones I've tested. Most of them are small, sub 249. This one's significantly larger, which allows it to fly longer. It allows it to be more stable in the windy conditions. Here I'm flying in the wind, trying to lock in on this windsock here. It's about well over 10 mile an hour winds, and the drone doesn't have a problem with it. I'm going to go into a bunch of detail as far as what's in the box, all the menus, how to get this thing up in the air and fly, and a bunch of examples of some of the features it has. So stick around, let's dig into it. Here we have the sold through Holy Stone, the Stone-Tofect Saturn T60A. It's got a couple neat features about it. I'm going to go through all that. High-res camera, long transmission, two batteries, a lot of flight time, quick charge capabilities, intelligent flight, waypoint, blah, all kinds of cool stuff. But what do you really get in the container? Your standard stuff, really. Nice case that has a lot of extra little pockets in there where I have already opened up everything, taken out all the documentation. You've got your standard flight controller, gimbals there, charging port there, and your phone connects into here, and I use this little adapter that allows me to connect my phone because I have a case on it. But the case, I have a iPhone 17 Pro, and it fits in there without any issues. You have one of these batteries, actually two batteries. These are pretty big, significantly larger than any of the other battery systems that I've seen out there. This is the largest drone that I've received from Holy Stone. I put a little rubber band around everything to make it so the props don't flop all over. It is beefy. It's got a 1/2 inch CMOS. Big, fast. I've got it within the wind. I've had it, I think, close to 40 miles an hour. So it zips along pretty good. Got your standard SD cards. Plug right in. It's pretty simple. It's got a couple sensors, some lights, and some LiDAR sensors that help with landing. It has RFID compatibility. So if you want to register it, you can do that. And it's a simple setup. Obviously in here we've got extra props and tools and cables and things like that. And it also comes with a charging block for charging two batteries at the same time. Actually, you can charge 3 if you wanted to buy an additional one. This one comes with the 2 batteries, but you also have that as an option. So let me go through the user interface, get some footage for you, show you the capabilities from videos, the stability, and a lot of these GPS features where it enables you to, track a object and do some neat kind of things as far as fly around a specific object, and you can highlight the object on your screen. It's a pretty cool feature. Stick around. Before we take off and fly, there's a couple things I want to share with you about the interface. When you first connect, this is going to come up. Yes, you trust it, and then you're going to put in your PIN code for your phone. Don't know why it does it, but sometimes it does that. Then it's automatically going to go into this mode here where you need to calibrate the compass, and then you'll spin it around, put it up, its nose up, spin it around, put it on the ground, and now it's calibrated and should be ready to fly if it has enough GPS, a good enough GPS lock. Menu is pretty intuitive. I wanted to highlight this area right there in the lower left. That little radar looking thing really helps you make sure that you are pointing your antenna of the transmitter in the right direction and give you some feedback on where the drone is, what direction it's going, and so on and so forth. as you go through the rest, on the far left side, there's a menu there to do various GPS functions, fly around, circle around, track something, or so on and so forth. In the upper right is all your data, your battery power, your GPS signal strength, things like that. And then over on the far right is all of your buttons or your icons for taking pictures, changing it to video, things like that. There's several of these type of flight modes that I kind of mentioned before. It's over on the left side there, and this menu pops up. So you're going to have things like catapult, which one of the things is it locks onto an object and then goes through a process of either going up and back or straight up, and a lot of various things, different flight modes. So in this case, you basically mark, I want to do a flight mode, a catapult, where I'm going to track me as it backs up and goes higher, and it keeps me centered in the screen, which is a neat feature, because doing that by hand and making sure that it's locked in on that object is sometimes pretty hard. So the first time you use your camera, this is going to pop up here, and what it's basically saying is, hey, can I write video to your camera, to your phone? I say yes, because I want to have those quick shots that I can show people on my phone. It's kind of cool. Next, I'm telling my cameraman to go move over there. And what I'm going to do is follow an object, which is another one of the GPS features. Same kind of thing. Tell it, yep, this is what I want to do. And draw a box around him. And what's going to happen now is he's walking around. It's actually tracking him. It's not flying behind him, but it is tracking the object. So if you were flying above something, you wanted to track someone, something, a car or whatever, you can draw a box around it, and it'll basically stay on station and just continue to pan and move the camera around to track the object. Kind of a neat feature. Next, I want to show off flying a circle around something, or in this case, point of interest. So you can tell the direction you want to fly. You're already set at the height. I'm going to draw a box around Matt and hit go, and it is going to circle him. And it, again, kind of a neat feature. This one does it very well, as far as easy to just track something or draw a box around them, versus a lot of the drones I've flown where you have to manipulate your starting point. Here, it flies to something, locates something, hit a few buttons, and now you're orbiting around it and getting some footage. You can manipulate the height, you can change the direction, you can do some of those things, but it's a nice feature to have. Makes it simple for getting those videos. Next feature is the boomerang, and it basically works the same way. It just flies a different pattern, more of an oblong pattern, but always keeping the object in the center or close to it. So go through that process again. I can draw a box around Matt, say go, and it's going to go through the process. As I'm flying also, I am in camera mode. There's 3 speed modes. There's camera mode, normal mode, and sport mode. So what this allows you to do, and I am in that slow camera mode, which makes it really stable and fly really slow. You can see here I'm about ready to lose him, and then it tracks right back. So one of these kind of neat little features for getting that B-roll kind of footage, and it makes it real easy to do it. Next, for fun, try to track a moving lawnmower at the club. So we got the guy out here mowing the grass, and I thought it would be kind of interesting to see how well this drone will lock onto a moving object and track it. It actually did pretty decent. I was surprised at how well it kind of figured it out and kept tracking along as it's moving. We have those 3 modes: camera mode, which is really stable, medium mode for average cruising around, and then sport mode, high speed. I'm going to show kind of a demo of high speed. And here on the speed down there, if you look down in the lower left corner, you'll see the miles per hour. And it exceeded 30 miles per hour. I'm going to do it again and give it a little bit more room, and you'll see it exceeds 40 miles an hour. So being able to follow faster moving objects, cars or maybe RC planes, things like that, pretty impressed with the speed of this big drone. There's no doubt about it. This thing can move. I'm also trying to show you the interface and what that looks like on the screen with that screen recording, as well as the actual recorded video footage. I also have some photographs that I took, which I'll show here in a minute, but just kind of going through all the different features of the drone. The camera quality is good. It's super stable. As I'm flying around, you'll see it's not wobbling, it's not jerking around. Even when I stop or make adjustments, it's still pretty solid. The other feature that this drone has is the GPS return to home. So by activating return to home, it basically is going to climb to a set altitude that you set in the settings, and then it will return to where it took off. As it's returning home, you can also see on the bottom lower left radar exactly where the drone is, which way it's heading, and so on and so forth. So it's pretty much almost over us, and it slows down to get very precise on where it's going to descend. It'll rotate. Now, I move the camera because you can tilt the camera as far as up or down with the thumb wheel on the controller. So I have it pointed down as it's coming down, just so I can see exactly where it's going to land. Is it going to land on my brand new airplane? That would be bad. So I do stop it before it touches down, because it's actually going to land in the grass, and I wanted it to land in the asphalt, so I made some minor adjustments. But it was still easily within 5 or 6 feet. Over the years, I've had a number of these type of camera drones, and I can honestly say that this drone here is probably the best one I've had from a quality of camera, from features that work well as far as tracking and such. This is a drone that I'm going to keep and hold on to for my videos, for making B-roll type film, because long flight times as well. So I can have it on station recording for 15-20 minutes if need be. So it's pretty impressive there. All in all, like I said, it's a very good drone. There's a link in the description below and a 30% discount code if you're interested. Check that out. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Appreciate it. Have a great day.